Hello families, Mrs. Baptist here, and today I'm going to teach you how preppies can use skip counting to solve various types of multiplication and division problems. I'm going to move pretty quickly, so keep up with me. So here, our first problem says 7 times 4. So we can go ahead and use our skip counting chant of fours, and we can skip count 7 times to find our answer. So with our fingers, it would look like, hey, third grade, here we go. Let me hear those fours roll. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. So we've skip counted by 4 7 times, and we landed on 28. So that is our answer, 28. On paper, that can look like students putting 7 circles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they can skip count by 4. They can put 4 in each one and then skip count right below. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. Just like that. That's how they can show their work. So now let's take a look at number 2, 36 divided by 6. So because preppies have learned that there's a relationship between division and multiplication, because division is just taking a total, breaking it down into equal groups. Multiplication is taking equal groups and putting them together to find a total. So because we're dividing, we know our total is 36. So I'm going to make my fact family here. We have 36, and we know that 36 divided by 6 is going to get us this mystery number. We know that 6 times a mystery number would get us 36. So we can essentially find out 6 times what would equal 36. So we can skip count until we find our answer. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. And so now we can see how many times we had to skip count by 6 to get to 36. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. That lets us know that 6 times 6 is equal to 36. All right. Apologize for the delay, but this does say 6 times 6. I'm waiting for it to update. So now let's go on to number 3, which is a word problem. Zay gets 3 points each time he plays his game. If he plays his game 5 times, how many points will he earn? So 3 points is the size of the groups. The groups here is 5 times because each time he gets those 3 points. So I'm going to make my equation. I know if I have the size in the groups, then I'm going to multiply. So I'm going to multiply 3 times 5 to get my answer. To represent this, I can have my 5 groups. So group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, and group 5. And I'm going to skip count by 3s 5 times. So I'm going to put 3 points because that's how many points he earned for each game he played. And now right below, I'm going to skip count by 3s and label my work. So, hey, third grade, here we go. Let me hear those 3s roll. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Oh, it's lit on the third grade team. Just like that, we have our answer. 3 times 5 is equal to 15. And I can write a complete sentence. Zay would earn 15 points by playing the game 5 times. Okay? And now let's move on to number 4. Jamel had 16 candies. He wants to split them equally into party bags for his 4 friends. How many candies will they each get? To solve this problem, typically the friends would be the group. So we would have students make 4 groups and divide 16 into the groups. But in this case, we can use what we know about the relationship of fact families to find out what our missing number is. So right now we have that 16 divided by 4. Oops, divided by 4. Let me erase this. It's going to get us our mystery number. Okay, so we know division, and this would be multiplication. So this tells us that 4 times something, or even something times 4, would get us 16. So I can skip count by 4 until I get to 16 to find out my missing number. So Hey, third grade, here we go. Let me hear those fours roll. 4, 8, 12. Oops, sorry, I made a mistake. Let's try that again. 4, 8, 12, 16. Stop right there. And we know that we had to skip count 1, 2, 3, 4 times to get our answer. On our fingers, it would just look like 4, 8, 12, 16. And then we would see that we have 4 fingers, which means we had to count on 4 times. Okay. So now let's go down to our last question. This is what we're currently working on, where preppies have to find the area. They've been taught how to find the area by either counting the squares or multiplying the side lengths. So I'm trying to minimize this. There we go. Okay. So our side lengths are 4 and 3. That means we can multiply 3 times 4 to figure out our area. Okay. So we can skip count by 4 3 times, or we can skip count by 3 4 times. I'm going to skip count by 4 3 times. So 4, 8, 12, and just like that, we have our answer. We skip counted by 4 3 times. We were able to find out that the area of this shape is 12 square inches. And it is important that preppies add the unit so that their work is clear. I hope that this was helpful. I know that it might have been a lot. I tried to consolidate the things that we've learned so far to relate skip counting to be able to solve multiplication and division. If you need any more help, please feel free to reach out. And I look forward to hearing or seeing your preppies grow through this extra practice with you. Thank you so much.